Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is an absolutely stunning Honda CR-V. This is a black edition model, slightly ironically named of course. The car's covered just 68,000 miles, 2.2 diesel automatic. It's a really rare combination. The car has been kept in absolutely beautiful condition. Let's go around the car for you. Front end of the car, you can see the white grille and the lower section on the bumper there, which forms part of the kit. Front of the car is really clean, lights and lenses are clear, intact, there's no cracks or condensation. Bonnet's very, very good. For a car that's 9 years old, hardly a stone chip with any note on there at all. Near side of the car, passenger side, beautifully smooth in the panels. Attacked by Daddy long way. There we are. Near side front alloy, generally very good, just a little bit of light curbing on the outside edge. But for a car of its age, miles better than you'd expect to see. The main panels really, really nice. Near side rear alloy, again, absolutely lovely. And then my favourite angle for these has always been this rear 3/4 angle. It just looks sort of busy, but in a really nice way. High level spoiler, side steps, all going to add up to give it that look. And around the back, yeah, very nice. Near side, offside rather than now, driver's side, beautifully smooth again in the panels. No indentations at all that I can see. Rear alloy, lovely. And panel work is absolutely fantastic. But it really is a lovely car. I mean, there'll be the odd minor mark, anything sort of age related, but in all honesty, it's one of the best ones you're going to see out there. Come to the back of the car now. Cavernous boot, absolutely enormous. Quick release, just pull those handle up there and the seats drop down. But unlike so many CR-Vs, which are normally very heavily used, this has been given the lightest of treatment. Just coming to the back of the car now, you can see enormous amounts of rear leg room. By the way, the seats are black. For some reason my video always makes them look slightly purpley in the middle sections. They're not, they are genuinely black. And again, like the boot, the back's been kept absolutely beautifully. It's almost as if they didn't allow kids to go in the back of it. Let's come to the front now. Again, very clean and tidy. Full set of interior mats. Again, as I said, they aren't purple, they are genuinely black. It's bizarre, but nobody who does this. There you can see this one's fitted with the optional wood trim as well, which looks stunning in the car. Finally, on the driver's side, very, very clean and tidy. Same with the footwell areas. Driver's seat in absolute super condition. So we're inside the car now. As always, I have the engine running so the dash can be seen illuminated. The dashboard looks in beautiful condition, as I said, with the wood trim looks absolutely lovely in here. Sat nav working perfectly there. Just put the car into reverse, you can see the reverse parking camera again working exactly as intended. It has been kept really, really wonderfully well. Just to show you there, 68,538 miles, and there are no warning lights on at all. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2.2 Black Edition automatic. Car's registered WU64BWA, and mileage at the start of the road test is 68,539 miles. The reason we do all of our videos, as I always say, especially this road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of our cars, they get to see the very car advertised actually in operation. And the reason we feel it's important is because, like far too many people, we've been to see cars which have looked absolutely fine in photographs or description, but only to get there and find out there's actually a fault with the car when you drive it. Road test is also done on these very quiet country roads. It's a beautiful part of Gloucestershire, and this actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, hope being that it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be offered to test drive the car. So coming to the car, lovely vehicle. Engine starts instantly, settles to a smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. Temperature gauge running at a third, which is exactly where it's that's meant to be on one of these vehicles as well. The engines are brilliant diesel engines. They're tough, reliable, long-lasting with just good regular maintenance. But they're just a lovely engine to use day in and day out. They've got internal balancer shafts, so that means that they're much smoother than you normally get on a diesel engine. But unlike some smaller capacity ones, they've got a real natural guts and torque to them. But they've also got a very wide power band. Again, some diesels make you think they're quicker than they are because they sort of fly off, but then they just die away very quickly. This pulls from just about 1500 RPM, but just keeps pulling, but very smoothly in a very linear fashion, which makes them very, very popular for towing actually. Hopefully said, I can't remember, there are no warning lights on the dashboard. Engine then feeds through into the auto gearbox, really nice gearbox, very smooth shifts. Ratios have been obviously selected to sort of maximise the performance and economy of the car. The gearbox actually originates from the Honda Legend years ago, because Honda, at the time they built these, the one before, didn't have an automatic, which was designed to take the torque loadings that these diesels can produce. So rather than try and design a new one at great cost, engineering overkill dictated that they used the one from the Legend, which was designed for over 300 horsepower. So, and it is a tough box indeed. We don't touch them, or we haven't done, which is tempting fate of course, but there we go, we sold hundreds of them using it, and some of them now done well over 200-300,000 miles on original boxes. But as with all gearboxes, you should do the same checks regardless of reputation. Just make sure the gear changes on the move are smooth, and they are perfect in that sense. But also that when you select drive and reverse from stationary, there shouldn't be any sort of clunks or funks in engagement, and there are none at all. It's absolutely spot on. So it comes to the steering and the chassis of the car. Honda have always been brilliant. This is why the CR-V sells so well, because it's such a car-like experience. The steering is very nicely weighted. It makes you feel very confident on the road. There's no nervousness to the car at all. As soon as you turn, the car's going. There's no delay. It's accurate. It's precise. You know, these aren't sporty cars because they're not meant to be. But when you do go through corners like the one coming up now, which is a bit of a yumpy off-camber thing, just turn in minimal movement. The car follows faithfully. The steering weighting is really nice. It's done very, very well, I have to say. Also tracks nice and straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. And the suspension of the car, you know, like the steering, just really well judged, because this is fundamentally a family car for family use. So it's set up to be predominantly very comfortable, which it is, but they've judged it right, because you can have nice soft squidgy suspension, which is great on straight ahead, but when you start going through some corners, loads of its competitors all lollop about, which is really nauseating. CR-V flows through corners really, really well with, you know, minimal body roll, but when you do go through corners like that, turn in, it doesn't keel over. It's just really nicely done. Also worth pointing out, absolutely no rattles or clunks coming from underneath the car that shouldn't be there. All feels as tight as a drum. Brakes on the car, really good brake pedal, no pulsing, no vibrations, all in fine fettle. It is going to be going off for an independent MOT, so all these things are going to be checked anyway, but all feels very, very good indeed. And then finally coming inside, lovely interior in the CR-V, beautifully put together cars, and this one's been kept beautifully. It's got this lovely wood trim which looks really nice in the car, I have to say. They've done a really nice job. It's very tastefully done. When you're sitting inside the car, you're immediately obvious that you've got very good visibility all around the car. Nice big wing mirrors to help you with lane changes and manoeuvres. Everyone that drives them says the same thing, that it feels very easy to come to terms with very, very quickly indeed. You've obviously got parking sensors front and rear, and the reverse camera, which obviously help as well. But fundamentally, just a car you can jump in and drive. And the same goes with the dash layout. very nicely laid out, very simply done, and very logical as well, all working perfectly. You've got a sat nav there, dual zone climate control system down below it, all the switch gears, that beautiful damped quality of actuation that Honda give you on all their products. Air conditioning pumps out ice cold air, that's all been checked. Dash binnacle in front, simple, legible, very, very simple to take the information in. The detailing, as of all Hondas, is just, you know, minimalist, but all the better for it, I have to say. And then you've got this lovely leather-bound steering wheel, which feels absolutely great in hand. Let's get around here. This is a four-wheel drive version of the CR-V. There are no buttons to press, by the way, because it does it all for you, it's automatic. So basically Honda worked out that most people didn't need to use it for 99% of their driving, which you don't, because as I'm driving today, you just don't need it. So it runs on front-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, pretty much the whole time, which is the most efficient way to pull a car along. Should it need to go to four-wheel drive, it'll do so, but it'll do it far more quickly than you can ever react, because it's done via the traction control system of the car. So I'm just going to concentrate on the centralist ahead. Yeah, it's genius in the way it operates, because it's so slick and smooth. As soon as it starts to lose grip, brings in the rear wheels, gives you four-wheel drive, and it's effortless in the way it does it. I've towed many a caravan across many a soggy pitch and never come close to getting stuck with one. It's very, very robust as well, because the advantages of the system are very obvious. You know, you're going to get through your tyres less quickly, you can use less fuel, and you're going to put far less mechanical stress through the vehicle, so it's a win-win in that sense. We've been selling these now for nearly 3 decades using this system, and I can't remember ever putting a spanner on any of them. It's a wonderfully robust system. As I said at the start of the video, the point of it is just to show you the car in operation, and also this is the first video using my new GoPro, so I'm hoping and praying you can hear me better than on the last one, which is gave up the ghost.